Today is March 26th, 2025, and you're listening to Beyond the Headlines, the podcast that dives deeper into the stories shaping our world. From global affairs, politics, to stock markets and the economy, I'm your host, Austin Cartwright. Let's dive in. Breaking news today, Trump has gone forward with his 25% tariffs on the automobile industry. And as I reported a few weeks ago, according to a report by Peter Zion, if these tariffs were enacted, we could see an increase of $4,000 to $8,000 in automobile prices in the United States. Next, let's look at geopolitics. Palestinian protesters fill the streets of Gaza today in protest of Hamas. Hamas, for reference, is the terrorist organization that resides in Palestine and conducted the attacks on October 7th against Israel. Next up, Kim Jong-un has overseen a AI drone project in which he said that artificial intelligence and drone warfare are at the top of his priority list. 4 U.S. soldiers that were missing have been found dead in Lithuania alongside their vehicle. The cause of death is unknown currently, and no other reports have been made available. Moving on to the political section. The Atlantic has posted all of the Signal group chat, in which House representatives and senators are calling for accountability and punishment for the parties involved. Here's my take on this. I don't understand why high-level military operations were conducted on a third-party app such as Signal. The United States has one of the highest defense spending in the entire world. Actually, we are the leading country in defense spending. And the Vice President and the Secretary of Defense, and many other administrative members were using a third-party app to discuss high-level military operations, and even one of them was in Russia at the time he was using this messaging app, which means that Russia had full access to all of the chat logs. I understand that they're traveling and don't have access to a skiff at all times. However, you would think that we would have developed our own encrypted messaging software that our cabinet members could use, and even if we did have this software, not to use it in foreign countries like Russia or China, where whatever you use, whatever you do on your phone is seen by the Russian intelligence apparatus. In addition, a current CIA operative who is undercover was released by name in this group chat, according to Jeffrey Goldberg, the reporter that was included in these group chats by mistake. In a recent podcast, he has said that he chose to withhold this aspect of the group chat for her safety. Many cabinet members, including Tulsi Gabbard, has said that there were no confidential information in these group chats, which is both an admission that the group chats did exist, as well as categorically false if what Jeffrey Goldberg is saying. And will the members be held accountable going forward? Let's not, as a country, use a third-party messaging app for discussing high-level military operations against foreign adversaries. Just a thought, though. And lastly, let's look at the global markets. The Dow Jones was down 0.31%, the Nasdaq down 2.04%, and the S&P 500 down 1.12%. This most likely comes amid the automobile tariffs that Trump has enacted today. Besides that is all I had for you today. Thank you so much for joining me on Beyond the Headlines, where the story doesn't end, it evolves. Keep exploring, keep questioning, go beyond.